Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. We are making a video on a very confusing topic which every new person who's getting into trading finds it very confusing to comprehend this topic, and I'll try my best to put out this topic in the easiest manner possible. So we're going to talk about basics of options and what does an option contract look like. And I'm not here to talk about the the bookish knowledge, because options are very different from the bookish text. It is very different when you do it physically. Like when you practically do it, it is very different. So it is very important to figure out how it is done in a trading setup and not only focus on the bookish knowledge. Like for example, here I don't want to talk about the definition of options, which is that options contracts offer the buyer the right but not the obligation um, to buy or sell a underlying for a specified period and based on agreed upon price and on a specific date. I don't want to talk about all those things today. I just want to explain to you that what is an option contract and how you can make use of it and make your trading journey better. So options contract, firstly, it is used by mainly hedge funds and big hedge fund companies to hedge their risk. For example, hedging the risk can be done by, for example, if I have for example, I am a big hedge fund and I have 100 shares of Tesla. So if I have 100 shares of Tesla and if I have bought those shares, what if the Tesla shares go down? So I would like to hedge my risk, and how I can do that is through buying put options or selling calls. So I can hedge my risk accordingly. But we need to first figure out that what is options, what is the option contract, what goes into an option contract, and what is call, what is put. So let's go and let's figure out those various textual facts and those various facts which we know about options and make it easier to comprehend. So let's go and let's look at it. So basically, firstly, this is a options contract. How does a options contract look like? So basically, this is a options contract. So if we go and see, firstly, I talked about underlying, right? So this Nifty is the underlying here. So Nifty is the underlying. Okay. What is 18250? So 18250 is the strike. It is the strike. So agreed upon price is the premium, and at a specific price. So this here strike is helpful to know if the option is in the money or out of the money, or it is at the money, and we're going to talk about that as well. So 18250 is strike. If you see CE, so there is 18250 CE. So 18250 is the strike, CE is call option, and PE is put option. And this is the expiry. So 21st October 21 equals to expiry. So this contract is valid till this date. So 21st October. And what is this 184.45? So 184.45 is the premium, and the premium is what makes the option value change. So we calculate our profit and losses based upon this premium. So for example, let's take an example. So Nifty option contracts consist of 50 shares. So 50 shares in one contract. So for example, I bought this 18,250 Nifty call option and I bought it at 184. Okay, so I bought it at 184 and now the price is 200. This premium is now 200. So if I have bought this option, then I am in a profit of 14. So then I am, now it is at 200. So I bought it at 184 and now it is at 200. So 16 rupees profit per share. So my total profit is 16 into 50, which is equal to 800. So my 800 for one contract, my profit is 800 rupees. So this is what an option contract looks like. This is the underlying Nifty. This is the strike. This is the call option. This is the call option, put option. This is the premium, and 21st October 21 is the expiry. So now let's look at the quadrant. I'll show you what a quadrant looks like. So firstly, let's go and remove what we have here. So an option quadrant, I will make an option quadrant. Let's take 4 boxes. Let's make a bigger one. Let's write call, put, buyer, sell. So you can buy an option, you can sell an option. So it can be a call option, it can be a put option. So what happens? What is your view if you buying a call option? So you profit when the market or the underlying, when Nifty here goes up, you profit because you have bought the call option. So your view is bullish. So when you buy the call option, your view is bullish. When you buy the put option, your view is bearish. So when Nifty goes, when the Nifty underlying as in the market, we call it the spot price. When the price of Nifty starts going down, you profit. That is when you profit. So your view when you're buying a put option is bearish. Guys, if you understand this quadrant, things will be very much easier for you, and it will be a very beneficial thing if you learn and if you figure out how this quadrant works. It will be great for you. Now the selling side is a bit complicated, but what happens is mainly it is the opposite of what you are doing as a buyer. Okay, so the buyer wants this premium to go up and this seller needs this premium to go down. So if you are buying the call option and your view is bullish, so when you're selling a call option, your view is bearish. You want the market to go down, and the seller of a call option profits when the market goes down, or the sellers also profit when the market is sideways, because what really happens when the market goes sideways or in a consolidation phase, the premium starts decaying when it is getting closer to this 21st expiry, 21st October, when it is when the contract is coming close to that expiry, the option premium starts decaying if there is no volatility and the options and the market underlying is in a sideways trend. So here you would profit when there is bearish or sideways. So your view is sideways or bearish. Here, if you're selling a put option, so when you're buying a put option, your view is bearish. So when you're selling a put option, your view is bullish or sideways. So this is a very important quadrant you need to look at, and sideways for sellers is good because the premium starts decaying when the option is close to expiry. So the sellers want the premium to come down and the buyers want that premium to go up. So now let's talk about in the money, out of the money, and in the money, out of the money, and in the money, at the money, and out of the money. So if Nifty right now is at 18,250 and this is a call option, so the in the money contracts will be below 18,250. So in the money means those contracts are in the money and already they are the strike is above those contracts. The spot price is above those strikes. So for example, if you're a buyer of a call option, the call option will be in the money when those contracts below those strikes below 18,250 are in the money. So for example, market right now is at 18,300. So for example, the market Nifty is at 18,350. So this contract 18,250 is in the money. 18,250 is in the money. 18,200 is in the money. So these contracts below the spot price are in the money. These contracts. So for example, this contract will be in the money. And 18,350 will be at the money. And out of the money calls will be 18,350. The strikes above 18,350 will be out of the money, and strikes below 18,350 will be in the money, because the spot price is right now Nifty, for example, is at 18,350. So we are calculating based upon this. This is for call options. Now let's look at for put options. What happens for put options? So for example, the spot is again at 18,350 and the put options in the money will be strikes above 18,350. So this is for puts. 18,350 will be at the money, and strikes below 18,350 will be out of the money. So strikes above 18,350 are in the money, and then strikes 18,350 is at the money, and strikes below 18,350 is out of the money. So what really is important here is that the premium, the main point is the premium doesn't decay much for in the money contracts. So why I'm telling all of this is because what people make mistake is that they buy out of the money. When they are buying options, they buy out of the money because out of the money contracts premium is lower, but there is a reason why they are out of the money and are cheaper, because it is hard that those contracts will come in the money by expiry. So for example, if you're buying, my suggestion here will be, if you're buying options, then try and buy in the money options, because obviously you will have to pay more margin, but what would really happen here is that the premium decay. If you're a buyer, premium decay is not your friend, and premium decay is lower in those in the money options, and out of the money options premium decay is high. So if you're a buyer, never try your best not to take those out of the money options. Out of the money you take, and mostly 80 to 90% of the times you'll go wrong and you lose the money. But if you go wrong in the money, the decay won't be much there, and the premium won't decay, and it will be beneficial for you as a buyer. But yes, on the other side, you want decay and you want so there are different strategies. As a seller, you want decay. So if you see in that way, out of the money options are beneficial for you, and as a seller, in the money selling options is not beneficial and is not recommended. It is recommended only for all the advanced traders who are trading options. So for selling, go for out of the money options, and for buying, go for in the money options. So choose your strike accordingly. For buying, in the money strikes, and for selling, you take out of the money strikes. And I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any more doubts on this topic, and I know this is a hard topic, but yes, this was a basic topic which I wanted to discuss to you with you guys. And if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment box. Do like this video, and I'll keep posting more educational videos, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.